Solving quadratic equations, word problem involving area. Okay, let's take a look at our example over here. In this part of the question, we have given two pieces of information. Number one, the perimeter of a rectangle is 36 cm, the area of a rectangle is 80 cm, and the width of the rectangle is x. Let's start off with a drawing. So what do I know about a rectangle? So they tell me that the width and the breadth of the rectangle is, the width is x, so I need to find the breadth of the rectangle. So if this is x, this is also x. Now what do I know? They tell me that the perimeter of the rectangle is 36. How do we find the perimeter? Perimeter will be 36, is made up of taking x plus the breadth and the breadth. So it will be equals to 36. Let's try to simplify finding the breadth in terms of x. So in this case, I have 2 times the breadth, and that will be equals to 36. There are 2x over here, so bring over, it will become minus 2x. And how to get only one unit of breadth? That means I'll take 36 divide by 2, 2x divide by 2. So instead of writing 36 minus 2x over 2, I can write it as 36 divided by 2, 2x divided by 2. And simplifying it will give me 18 minus x. And this will be the breadth, cm. Form an equation in x and show that it simplifies to x squared minus 18x plus 80. Now let's take a look at our rectangle again. We have the width to be x, and our length, our breadth is 18 minus x. And I've used up the information on perimeter, so I'm not going to use that again. But they told me that the area is 80 cm squared. So in this case, I'm going to make use of area. Area is equals to the length times breadth. So that will give me an area is now 80. The length is x. The breadth is 18 minus x. Let's expand the brackets and we'll get 18x minus x squared. Now notice they want x squared to be positive and it equals to 0. So I'm going to shift everything over to the left hand side. So I'll get positive x squared now and negative 18x now. And 80 is still on this side, so it's plus 80 equals to 0. Shown. Part C, now they ask us to solve this equation and hence find the breadth of the rectangle. So I want to solve the equation. I will have x squared minus 18x plus 80 equals to 0. I can either choose to do factorization or quadratic formula. Since they didn't tell us in this case, so let's take a check using our calculator. A will be 1, B is negative 18, and C is 80. There are nice solutions available, so I can either choose to do factorization or the quadratic formula. Let's see if I'll do factorization. I'll get x times x to be x squared, 10 times 8 to be 80, 10x, 8x, negative on both sides. So in this case, I will have x minus 10, x minus 8 to be equals to 0. Okay, so x minus 10 is equals to 0, x will be equals to 10, or x minus 8 to be equals to 0, x will be equals to 8. Okay, let's take a look. How do I know what answer to make use of now in this case? Both of them are positive. The question is talking about the width. Width for x is actually a length, so actually both cases are acceptable. Let's consider a case if x is going to be 10, then the breadth, the width is 10, then the breadth will be 18 minus 10. That gives me 8 cm. That means this breadth is definitely shorter than the width. If x is going to be 8 cm, the breadth now will be 18 minus 8, which is 10. But can the breadth be longer than the width? In this case, I will prefer the answer to be 8 cm. So I'm going to use answer to be 8 cm. And not use 10. Yeah, have you gotten the answer? Now that's all for this part of the chapter. Please try the remaining two practice questions at home and we'll go through them in the next lesson.